Assalamu alaikum. जी, welcome to all of you to a very powerful topic and with our guest आज हम आपके साथ हैं दोबारा से इस लाइव शो में and बात करने वाले हैं कुछ नई थोड़ी सी डिफरेंट एंड उससे पहले क्या बात करने वाले हैं इससे पहले मैं आप सबको वेलकम करूंगी एंड अस्सलाम वालेकुम टू ऑल ऑफ यू. And we have a guest today with us. She is Sahar Kaur. And Sahar Kaur जो है वो हमारे साथ हैं. She is ITT trained certified Cambridge trainer and master trainer है and 16 years of education background experience है इनके पास माशाल्लाह से आवाज experience with her and आज बात करने जा रही हैं कुछ power of connection के ऊपर. So welcome to you Sahar. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you so much. Such a warm welcome, Ms. Farah. This is actually been going live. It's the very first time for me. So hopefully, yes, the topic itself is so powerful. Hopefully, ये हम connections बना सकें audience के साथ क्योंकि जो आज का topic है वो basically आज की नीड भी है और आज there is something is missing around. तो हमें लगता है कि इस topic पे बात करनी चाहिए. And this is the topic of power of connection. And that power of connection only comes where there is the interpersonal skills. I'm feel excited and first of all, Assalamu alaikum and good evening to all the ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm thrilled to talk to you about a topic that can transform your relationships and elevate your interactions. That is the interpersonal skills. As you know, as the great Maya Angelou once said, I have learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So let's dive into the world of interpersonal skills and learn how to build strong connections that leave a lasting, positive impact. Then that's this topic as well. So let's move forward. There, what are soft skills? So you must have heard about the soft and hard skills. Soft skills are basically the non-technical skills which are innate, which are inborn, which are already built in. Allah has given to you that in your personality. Now we need to find out and we need to nurture those skills. वो skills क्या हैं? वो skills basically it started off from your root grounds. That is to have interaction. We started off interacting. First of all, हम पहले किससे interact करते हैं? अपने माँ से सबसे पहले interact करते हैं, right? वो interaction जो है keeps on, that progresses on, that grows on. Then we started interacting and connecting with the people around, with the colleagues in our organization, in the community. So this is what basically the soft skills are. Let's look into the next slide. If we move forward, we could see what exactly are the soft skills. Soft skills are personal attributes needed for success on the job. And what is this job? This job is the key word here. Job is not only confined to an organization. Whatever the work you are doing, whether in your routine life, at home, at your organization, meeting with the people outside, communicating with the communities, different people outside, that is basically a job. And that includes all these skills: time management, networking, teamwork, creative thinking, conflict resolution. We'll look into each and every aspect of all these skills, how it relate, how can relate it to your work. It includes interpersonal and people skills. Obviously, the organization without humans, it's like nothing. It's empty empty vessel there. So you are interacting with the people. For interacting with the people, you will be coming across with the hierarchy of the people there. You need to develop certain way of communication skills to talk to them. The listening skills then comes in time management and empathy, among others. This empathy, again, I would be keeping it in the limelight. We'll be discussing in the later slides as we move on with the sessions. Interpersonal skills are behaviors and tactics a person uses to interact with others effectively. Now, this is what was the lexical meaning of interpersonal skills. But how can we develop? How can we improve interpersonal skills? Can it be taught? Let's see. Let's look into. If we move forward, we could see, the certain skills of interpersonal skills. There you can see the what are you can identify yourself with 10 good personal skills. Miss Farah is there. Would like to know what how would you see any good any quality that you can include in the interpersonal skills.
That's basically the fraction and how quickly you
Yes,
connect with the people.
yes, how quick you learn. The learner you are, how quickly you pick up the things. The way you pick up the things is again is one of the tactics and one of the the skill and art in getting to improve your interpersonal skill. Keep forward, Ms. Farah. So these were the skills we actually were talking about as one of the skills what Ms. said. Okay, yes, to be a good learner and to have that for the good learner, we need to have a patience in ourselves because without that patience, without that tolerance, you cannot learn anything. If you have that ability and the capability of learning something, you keep on learning. You need to have that patience all around. So they are the 10 good interpersonal skills we have. We have adaptability, leadership, mediation, patience, active listening, collaboration, problem solving, conflict resolution, empathy. This was we have just given a brief discussion on that. Let's move ahead. So what are the what why it is so important? Why do you think, Miss Farah, it is so important to have interpersonal skills in our life? What do you think so? Any important any benefit of it?
First, to make connections, that's what I think. ताकि आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अच्छे से कनेक्शंस बिल्ड कर सकें ताकि आप रिलेशनशिप्स अपनी अच्छी कर सकें विद योर फैमिली विद योर कोलीग्स विद पीपल लोगों के साथ इंटरेक्ट जब तक नहीं करेंगे उनके साथ
Yes,
इंटरपर्सनल स्किल्स अच्छी नहीं होती तो व्हाट्स द यूज ऑफ इट लाइफ इज अबाउट इंटरपर्सनल स्किल्स
yes, exactly. Life is about all the connections. It's all networking. It's not only about connections. It's also about unionizing with the other as well. When you are not empathizing with the other people, you won't be able to able to know their pain, the suffering they may be going through. This interpersonal skill and that only comes that can only be developed when you are in good communication, when you're good bonding with them. So you interact with others regularly. It's very necessary to know about others. It's essential for networking. Now we are in a digitized world, in a digitized era. Now the the medium are so close to each other. Can now we can in a jiffy we can connect to each other. As what we are doing right now. We are communicating to you through this medium. Now YouTube, this social media, it's nowadays it's like now the new things have been arrived. The GPT is there through which you can being full of information is there. That not many people are earning through this. This is the way of communication. Try to get closer to either. Whether you're using through internet, you're getting closer, or whether you're being around with yourself in an organization. But get connected to it. The main essence and the theme of the whole session is about that we need to get connection, strong connection. Career development relies on this. Yes, employees look for this skill. Wherever you go, whether online, on site, in organization, they mainly look for this interactive skill. Can we move forward, please? Now, this is one of the hiring criteria. Do you have strong interpersonal skills? This is a question you may ask to yourself. Okay, whether do I am confident enough to go out and to deal with whatever the question being asked in an interview. So you need to know. It's not necessary कि you आपको खुद ही से ये develop हो जाए. You need to learn these things. You need to go through different interview sessions. Now on you on YouTube or on Google app, you found certain interviews sessions. You can learn how you can give the answers. This is the way you can develop and improve your interpersonal skills there. And this is the way you can be more strong and more powerful and more robust when you're going out for any interview or for any job outside in an organization. If you move ahead, working on interpersonal skills, how can we work on interpersonal? So you can see interpersonal skills. You can see these three fingers. What is it depicting? You can see the emotions easily, right? These symbols have been seen. It's showing, it's depicting, it's portraying the emotions. And interpersonal skills is all about emotional intelligence, emotional quotient. And when the intelligent quotient and emotional quotients blended together well, there is a big success. But emotional quotient is much important or more better than your intelligence quotient. Why and how? Let's look into. Let's explore further on. So there are the certain key skills you can see on the screen. They are the key skills which it with help or with the development of your personal skills, you can develop all these skills. In such a small term and short term, all these things are encompassing in it. Comprising it of all these skills which you people are having in yourself. But the thing is, you need to identify it. You need to explore yourself, explore your own personality instead of being looking into looking into other meters. Explore yourself, explore your personality, and then you can see wonders and miracles happening in your life. And that is just because of the interpersonal skills, qualities, or the attributes you may be having in yourself. So what keys you can see if you're on the screen, first is self confidence, which is very important nowadays to develop the self confidence. To have self confidence, you can reach to any trials of the life, work ethics. Yes, again, in any organization, there are certain code of conduct to be dealt with. So there are certain work ethics you need to follow. Relationship management, receptiveness to feedback. This is again is very important. You need to be highly receptive when somebody is giving you a feedback, whether it is in a criticism or in the goodwill. It should be taken positively and a good gesture. Another is the body language. It is again which will be seeing into the statistics and ahead how body language works when you are doing with the interpersonal skills. Six one is listening. Yes, you have to be active listener as well. Seven is the collaboration. Eight, conflict management. Ninth, positive attitude. 10th, workplace etiquette. See, all these key skills makes you a more um, successful person in your life when you're having all these attributes. If you move ahead, we could look. It's just the cloud of what is a rapport. At the heart of the rapport building, there is the interpersonal skills. Without the bonding with any of your pair or any of the counterpart, you cannot have the good interpersonal skills. How? Now, what is a rapport? It is basically a close and harmonious relationship in which there is a common understanding. And this is, I used to usually talk to my fellows, my colleagues, when they are going to the classroom even. They need to first develop that bond with the children, with the students, and the teacher. Then you can see things going on happening in the classroom. Same goes to home. You need to develop, गर्ल गोइंग आफ्टर मैरिज, वो सबसे पहले क्या डेवलप करती है? एक रैपो डेवलप करती है फैमिली के साथ। वो रैपो जब तक डेवलप नहीं होगा, यू कैन नॉट हैव दैट हार्मोनियस रिलेशनशिप, यू कैन नॉट हैव दैट पीसफुल रिलेशनशिप, यू कैन नॉट हैव दैट positive environment in the house. So it starts from your roots, it starts from your home, then it goes, and it's a continuum. That from your interpersonal skills, you develop your personality. From your personality development, you develop your leadership skills. So that's a continuum, and that will, every person should encourage to do so. Yeah, there is a quote. Yeah, you were there, right, Miss Farah? Rapport is the ability to enter someone else's world, to make him feel that you understand him, that you have a strong common bond. Agreed to this. Do you agree, Miss Farah, to this statement? Miss Farah, are you there?
Yes, Summer, I'm here.
Because this is what we are trying to bond between me and you, Miss Farah, because without rapport, without that strong connection, that power of connection, we cannot build that interpersonal skills. We cannot develop that interpersonal skills. If you move ahead, let's look into the certain things. Why rapport building? That's a question. I'm throwing this question to the audience. Why rapport building? Why is it so important? Because not many things think I have covered through my discussion. Why it is so important? Just to think for yourself, and then
Okay,
we'll
in my
explore further
opinion,
on.
yes, Summer, in my opinion, rapport building is the first step toward building the trust level on someone. जहाँ से आप एक बॉन्डिंग क्रिएट कर रहे होते हैं,
Very
लाइक
right.
स्टूडेंट एंड टीचर की बॉन्डिंग हो रही होती है, लेकिन जब तक वो रैपो नहीं होगा, वो आइस नहीं मेल्ट होती, जब तक वो ट्रस्ट नहीं फिर डेवलप हो सकता इन लॉन्गर टर्म. So this is the first step actually.
Exactly. जब तक वो ट्रस्ट डेवलप नहीं होगा, वो रैपो नहीं होगी, तो यू कैन नॉट बी, मैंने आपकी वो पॉजिटिव वाइब नहीं आएगी, पॉजिटिव एनर्जी नहीं आएगी. लेट्स लुक इनटू द नेक्स्ट slide. You can see why we are having a rapport building. If you move on to the next slide, because I would like to stay connected on that side. Are there, Mira?
This is the one creates a positive environment and establish good interpersonal relationships.
That is, I guess, change.
Okay, should I change it, Sahab?
I cannot see the screen. It's a problem. No problem because when doing some live, it's a natural thing because the two
Okay,
comes in.
that's are you able to see it now?
Uh, if you move a little back, I was just going to talk on a few factors why rapport. If you could move aside, or just let me speak on my own, because why is this so important? It creates a positive environment. It establishes good interpersonal relationships. It motivates people. You work with, it's more engagement with others and beneficial for your career. That's the need, and that is basically the benefits of all why to create rapport around all these factors. Then we moved ahead with some statistics, which I just discussed earlier as well, how body language is playing an important role in the interpersonal skills. You can see the statistics that 55% of your body language and your facial expression comes in, that counts, and that makes a major impact on your interpersonal skills. You can see that the 7% words meaning come from the words we speak, then it gives an effect with the tone you people are using it. At times हम ऐसे कहते हैं आपका लहजा ऐसा था, आपने तो ऐसे बात की थी, तो मे बी वो हमारा सेंस नहीं होता, हमारी वो मीनिंग नहीं होती, बट योर टोन सेज इट ऑल, and then your body language says it all. So interpersonal skill, all these three things: your words, your tone of voice, and your body language. So it's very clear with the statistic that 55% of your facial expression works with your interpersonal skills. So you need to work on your body language, you need to work on your tone of voice, and you need to work with the selection of words. इसलिए कहते हैं ना, सोच समझ के बात करें, पहले तोलो फिर बोलो। तो ऐसे नहीं कि हम इतनी सारी बातें हुए आए हैं अपने बड़ों से, किताबों में पढ़ी हैं। तो देयर इज सम, यू नो, the background, the depth of all these things. If we move ahead, techniques for rapport building. Now, this is a little check, you can say a checklist for you people. Whether you do all these things for rapport building, do such things for yourselves. Check your appearance. Appearance doesn't mean you are wearing a good or you're dressed up well. Appearance means the body language. How you look with your body language. It counts a lot. Remember the basics of effective communication. Find common ground, create shared experiences, be empathetic, and learn to appreciate others. This is very important nowadays because we have to be appreciative all the time, no matter हम तंज करने में बहुत आगे हैं। कोई छोटी बात होती है, हम इस चीज़ के लिए पहले आगे आ जाते हैं, लेकिन हम अप्रिशिएट नहीं करते किसी काम को। तो ये इंटरपर्सनल स्किल्स का सबसे पहला फैक्टर है कि when you gone, you had the was only then you stand their pain suffering or their trouble going through. If you move ahead, you can see. So you need to fill up this checklist for your own, for yourself, to give the self-assessment. Okay, how you people are doing. Steps to improve interpersonal skills. As we discussed, okay, this is not something to be taught. This is something to be improved because this is being God gifted. The things are there in yourself, but the thing is, we are not identifying those things. We are not trying to invigorate those things. Yes, there are certain things which can be helpful for others and for ourselves even. So what are those steps? Let's look into quickly. Very right, Sir Tausif. I would really like your point. It's more a war of egos than union of souls. We generally exercise in our relationships. Very well said. I am glad that the people are connecting. See, this is the power of connection. This is what we are trying to make the people connected through, that which reach to your souls, reach to your hearts. And this you people are, facing nowadays around yourself. You must be the part of it as well. So, yes, we need to deal with it very conscientiously, with intentions, with the good intentions, with deliberate thoughts around that need to work with more powerful and more positive way. The first step to improve your interpersonal skills is practice empathy. Yes, you need to be a role model for your children, for your people अराउंड। यू प्रैक्टिस, जैसे हमने खुद देखा हमारे सामने लोग ने रोल मॉडल, हमारे कितने सारे एग्जाम्पल्स हमारे सामने, दे हैव बीन द रोल मॉडल फॉर अस, एंड देन वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड दिस मीनिंग, the meaning of this word empathy. Please keep on practicing empathy for yourself and for your generation, the upcoming generation. It's very important. Next, actively listen. Yes, the people are coming to you, they wanted to listen to you, they are in such mood that they want you to listen to them patiently. Nowadays, what we want, we just jump to the conclusions. We do not listen to them to their problems. Listen to them first, then give them the right and appropriate solutions or the advice you they would are requiring for. So this is again one of the most important step when you develop your interpersonal skills. Listen to them, please, patiently. If we move ahead, we could see further on, become mindful of your body language. This screen, the picture on the screen is self explanatory. You can see a lady sitting on the chair with the different body language, the different modes of the languages. The first, you can see she's a bit confused. She don't know. She herself doesn't know what to do. The second lady, the third lady, you can see that they're the different way of keeping up the legs, the usage of the arms, or they all matters. It also, it comes from your home. Yeah, so the way I'm talking to you, if I'm not being so energetic, how can you be, connecting to me? You cannot. So it's again, the strong wire through which you can connect yourself. So your body language, as we have discussed in the statistics as well, if 55% of your body language works in your interpersonal skills. So you need to work on your body language. You need to work on your facial expressions. And there you need to have a control on your emotional quotient, your emotional intelligence. That is again very important. At times we carried away with our emotions. So where you are strong enough to have a control on your emotions, you are a successful person. You are a strong person in yourself. If we move ahead, we can see furthermore steps. Become self-aware. Give your time to yourself. You should have a me time to you. Give me time to yourself. Do the meditation. Talk to the creator. Talk to the one you feel relaxed with. Yes, you need to give some time to yourself. Where analyze your own problems, your own mistakes. Then do that and then breathe out all the flash out all the problems and the worries you have in yourselves. This meditation is very important. One thing, first thing in the morning, do the meditation, talk to your creator, and then you can see the difference in yourselves. You become a positive person. That is again, I myself being through with such crisis. Everybody must have gone through different crises, but how you can overcome all those things? Nobody is there to come. Yes, people are around you to console you, but once you are so strong enough, you can overcome those challenges and those problems more quickly. It's again very important to develop that interpersonal skill. You need to be aware of yourself first. Moving ahead, avoid distractions. Please, this is something we are always facing now, and we are facing nowadays. We are seeing people sitting close to each other, but they are still disconnected just because of this gadget. Make a good use of your social media, of this gadget, but in a very positive way. Avoid distracting and just give time to your family. Talk to them, discuss, listen to their problems. Might be your solution could help them, could be helpful for to the others. So let's start talking to each other. It's the high time to talk and discuss and be connected to each other. So, moving on, be assertive, not aggressive. This is something which is very close to me and very, have touched to my heart. Why? Because being assertive, you need to be, at times, you need to be open and direct. But again, your tone comes in. The way you are saying that statement, the way you are conveying your message, but not in a very aggressive way. There's again the two extreme. One is the passive, other is the aggressive. In the center, in the middle of it, you will find the assertiveness. Passive is when you are being passive and listening to the others only. So you are listening to others, you're giving chances to others. Aggressive is where you want other people just to listen to you people only. You want your needs to be fulfilled only. So they are the two extremes. Please avoid such extreme. You need to be assertive. Assertive means where there is the element of negotiation, where you negotiate with the other people, and there come the mixed needs of meeting the things. So this is something very close to me. Yes, you need to be negotiable. Must have that element to listen to others, and they should listen to you. Moving ahead, things to avoid. This is again very important, which we human as a human we used to do, that we quickly jump to the conclusions बगैर कुछ सोचे बगैर कुछ समझे हम किसी भी बात के नतीजे पे आ जाते हैं, जो कि बहुत एट टाइम्स गलत है। हम लोग जजमेंटल हो जाते हैं। यू वही बात के यू कैन नॉट जज अ बुक through its cover. You need to read that book first before making any judgments, giving unwanted advice. Please listen to the people first. Avoid giving such advices which is not helpful to them. Appropriate advices हों जो उनके लिए हेल्पफुल भी हों, जो उनके लिए आगे जो जितने भी लाइफ में मैटर्स हैं, जो भी चीज़ें हैं, that could work out for them. Talking about yourself, avoid. If the person coming to whosoever is coming to you, don't talk about yourself first. Listen to that person first, then share your experiences. Okay, how did you overcome that challenge? Changing the subject is again something very unethical thing कि अपनी बात हो रही है एकदम suddenly you change the topic and change the subject. This is, please try to avoid such things when you are developing and improving your interpersonal skills. Moving ahead, handling behavioral conflict at individual level. I think, Ms. Farah, we should just move directly to the last slide, because that last slide is depicting and portraying each and everything. This graph is something very important. This was being given by Kilman, Kit Kilman. इसको हम KTI instrument भी कहते हैं। और इसके अंदर जो basically the thing which has been discussed, this will discuss about the five modes of learning, the five modes of handling conflicts. This was being given by Thomas Kilman, conflict instrument, इसको in short हम TKI भी कहते हैं। So you can see in the graph there are the two dimensions. You can see the two dimensions of behavior in a conflict: assertiveness and the cooperativeness, that defines the five different ways of responding to a conflict. Assertiveness, that dimension that represents the extent to which you attempt to satisfy your own concerns in a conflict. And cooperativeness, that dimension represents the extent to which you attempt to satisfy the other person's concern in a conflict. Now, as you can see, you move on, there are the certain situations where you opt certain things. The first one is avoiding. When someone is unassertive and uncooperative, the tendency is to handle the conflict through avoidance. Yes, we do so. कुछ चीजें जब आपकी उससे बाहर होती हैं, which you cannot handle it, so avoid certain things. The other is the option to handle that conflict is competing. When someone is highly assertive and uncooperative, they're inclined to handle conflict by competing, using whatever power they have to win their own position. This is not, it should be done in a very healthy way. When you are competing with each other, yes, you should be highly assertive, but they are not cooperating with you. The competing comes in, but in a very healthy way. Accommodating, where, as we discussed in the key skills, that adaptability is the key element when you're developing your interpersonal skills. When someone is highly cooperative and unassertive, conflicts tend to be handled through accommodation. They will neglect their own concerns to accommodate those of the other person. The other one is the compromise. When someone is, somewhat assertive and somewhat cooperative, they tend to compromise in conflict to find a mutually acceptable solution that is at least somewhat satisfactory to both the parties. So there comes the other another option of compromising. The last option is the collaboration, which is the the benchmark of all above all the options. That is when the person is highly assertive and highly cooperative, and their conflict may be handled using collaboration, where they try to engage with the other person in the conflict to find a solution. So this model, I found it very interesting, and if you go through, you go and search around of this Thomas Kilman model, go and look for this conflict model, and you will find it, really interesting examples and really interesting theories about it. Okay, how this theory can or this model can work. in your daily life. So this is something we need to develop through all these our examplers we have set up in our life. And Ms. Farah, if you would like to add on something, because if you would like to share your experience in relation to your interpersonal skills, how you develop, how do you find interpersonal skills more effective?
Yes, basically interpersonal skills are like, as I like the most one, that's the collaborating one, and over there the interpersonal skills are the main thing. जहाँ पे आपकी रैपिड भी है, आप ट्रस्ट डेवलप कर रहे हो, एंड यू आर creating a bond where you and the other person both are in win-win situations. So you are like creating a bond
Exactly.
of positivity.
वेरी राइट। ये सिर्फ हम अभी वर्बल जितनी बातें कर रहे हैं, ये जब तक हम इसको प्रैक्टिस नहीं करेंगे तो यू नॉट डेवलप सच थिंग्स। तो फॉर
Yes,
दिस
very
मेरा
true.
एक कोट है जो कि मुझे इस वक्त याद भी आ रहा है। इस वक्त हेलन केलर ब्यूटीफुली स्टेटेड, द बेस्ट एंड द मोस्ट ब्यूटीफुल थिंग्स इन द वर्ल्ड कैन नॉट बी सीन और इवन टच, they must be felt with the heart.
True.
So that empathy allows us to step into someone else's shoes, to truly understand and they share the feelings. And it's like being a heart detective, minus the trench coat and magnifying glass. So with this, I think we have come
You
to
nailed
the end
it.
of our session. Um, this is something we need to work on the conflict resolution, work on, life is, full of stress nowadays, but how we can handle conflict, how we can handle such problems, it determines the quality of a relationship. Please stay close, stay connected to each other instead of being apart. See, you will see the miracles, the wonders going around you. You need to stay connected, and that is, the main essence of this session, the power of connection. Thank you so much. I think, Ms. Farah, we have lost the connection. See, um, so this is how we are end session. So inshallah, we're coming up next time with motions.